Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. This is another political vlog, but this one I did not expect to do anything of this sort for probably about another month or two. But something came up in the spam folder on one of my email accounts, my personal one. Essentially, and the subject line even read, "Hey, do you want an AR-15 that Uncle Sam can't track?" Now, there are people out there that are probably saying, "Oh, well, yeah, I mean, why is that a big deal? Someone's getting a gun." The big deal, the problem with it, is that Uncle Sam, our government, cannot track it. The thing with a gun is part of the search is where did this gun come from? To be unable to track a weapon is extremely dangerous. On top of that, when you get a weapon in parts, like what they were saying in the email, to get a weapon in parts means you do not have to go through a background check because it is not classified as a gun. That's extremely dangerous. And any companies out there who are making these build your own gun kits, shame on you. Shame on you. I know you're desperate to make money, but you're only putting your weapon in the hands of someone who's gone insane. I cannot condone that. And in fact, I'm surprised the NRA condones it. Well, no, not really. I'm not surprised there. That's all they ever do is condone guns. That's their business, is guns, the sale of guns, the sale of weapons. But when your business starts to sell weapons to a dangerous individual, sorry, I got something on the screen there. When your business is selling something dangerous to an individual who is dangerous, does that not seem like a bad idea? Come on! Think! That's all I want the NRA to do, is think on their choices. We all need to think. We all need to look. We all need to see. One of the things I do is I watch MSNBC, CNN, Fox News. I look at every spin I possibly can. Because without doing that, I will not know the depth of every bit of information I am given. If I only have left spin, there is no way I'm going to be anything but liberal. For all my days. That's why I don't watch only MSNBC or only CNN. CNN is better about being moderate than either Fox or MSNBC, but they're still a liberal-leaning station. On top of that, I try and listen to NPR. I try and listen to what is in Dallas-Fort Worth, 1080 KWPA, I think it is. They're both news stations that tend to be very moderate. NPR leans slightly left. 1080 leans slightly right, but not to the point where either side would be offended by the station. Like MSNBC can pretty much offend Republicans, and Fox will offend Democrats. This is what here and now is why America is broken. We cannot compromise. We have lost all ability to sit down, talk across the aisle, and say, look, here's what's important, here's what we need to get fixed, how are we going to fix it, and how are we going to make sure everyone is at least somewhat happy with it. I know I'm yelling. I know I'm yelling. But I'm yelling for one reason. I'm scared. When I'm afraid, I raise my voice quite a bit. I mean, if you note, when something jump scares you, you shout. You jump and you shout. I don't know what to say. There's no way this gets changed anytime soon, and I'm afraid there's going to be a school that gets shot up because of this, and not just one, but many. On these build your own gun kits, there is no barcode, there is no UPC code, there is no way to track that gun. For those of you who are telling me, oh, that's not a big deal, we all have our own guns. Some people don't like guns. Some people don't want guns. My grandmother does not want guns in her house. Guess what that means? I have to find new, or in my case, old ways to defend myself. I have to use rocks. Meaning I better damn well be accurate if someone's shooting at me, because I will only get one shot. There's more out there. There are more people in America who don't want guns than people think. I would readily say that. I may not know it to be true. I may not be anywhere near accurate, but I would readily say it. Because people may think of a percentage, and that percentage may be accurate. But the number of people that percentage entitles may not be, in their eyes, accurate. They may not be accurate with the actual number, but the percentage. So, what it comes down to, for those of you who are still watching, quite simply is we need to think. We need to look. We need to see more than what we think is right. We need to look at what everyone sees. That's why when people try and talk to me about what was on Fox, I say, hey, did you watch MSNBC as well? Here's their take on it. On top of this take. And they say, well, that's wrong. And I say, how? It's both stations give facts. They both give factual information. The difference is how do they interpret it? And how do they spin it so that you interpret it that way? Look only at the facts. Ignore their opinions and make your own decisions. It's difficult. I mean, I'm not going to patronize anyone here and say, I know it's difficult, but you can do it. No, it's difficult. That's all it comes down to, is it is a difficult thing for people to do. Humanity wants to group up into different little sections and say, here's where I stand. Come fight me! I mean, some people, flight or fight, but the motion is the same. You're not going to change my mind. I'm going to change yours. No, yours is going to change before mine does, and it just becomes a spite fest. We can't do that if we're going to survive as a nation. Our country depends on democracy. It depends on compromise. No one side can win everything. If liberals win it all, if liberals had their way, guess what? This nation, we'd be socialist. We already have quite a number of socialist aspects, but we have integrated them into a capitalist economy. Now, at the same time, if Republicans hold everything, you're not going to see a police department. You're going to see mercenary police. You're going to see townships hire policemen like you would any other mercenary. Yeah, you wouldn't have taxes, but you wouldn't have a lot of the stuff that we do have. One thing people don't understand is those taxes really don't even pay for everything we get. For all the rights we have. People take what we have for granted. We have a lot more than people think we do. And it's something to think about. So, Either way, that's all the time I got and energy I have for this, so I'll see you in the next video. Bye.